Hello, everyone. Ugh, my hair's flat today. Flat hair. I always feel like I'm like wet coming out of the rain whenever I have flat hair. I did an NPR interview today and I had flat hair, but I think NPR is only a radio station, so I don't really think it matters. But uh, it was fun. It was about AI music. It actually wasn't about flock safety, which is refreshing because every interview that I've done in the last month has been about like privacy or flock safety, which, if I didn't think it was important, I wouldn't do them. But it does get exhausting talking about that a lot. Also, a few things. There's a few interesting developments. When I say developments, I feel like Alex Jones or something. There's a few interesting developments happening. I can impersonate all the right wing influencers. So, one of them in Dunwoody, Georgia, which is a kind of like a wealthy little neighborhood just outside of Atlanta. It's in the Atlanta metro area. I think it's in the perimeter. The only thing, my number one impression of Dunwoody, other than just like driving through it, is there was a gym there that I used to sometimes meet someone at, and they would never let us spar. It was a Muay Thai fighter who who would do boxing sparring with me before she had matches. Yes, she was a badass. But yeah, her and her husband would go there, and I would meet them there sometimes, and they like just wouldn't let us spar. And I asked one time, I was like, "Why do you not allow sparring here? Because we kind of have to limit our training." And they were like, "Dunwoody moms," and I was like, "Okay." And then I think I just thought of Dunwoody as like a super wealthy, ritzy neighborhood or something with helicopter parents. I don't know. Anyway, um, where was I going with that? Why did I? This is why I usually edit my content before releasing it. So there's a flock safety city council meeting where flock is going to be sending a representative, and I'm considering it's going to be really hard for me to make it there, but I'm going to consider going there and doing my little 1 minute or 3 minutes or however much they give me to speak, hopefully after the presentation is made, because I do think that it would be nice for them to have uh, some sort of consequence or at least discussion that it happens with somebody who knows what they're talking about after telling the city that they don't sell data and they don't this and that. Um, However, I think if I do it or not, it's going to be contingent on if they stream it or film it, because I do think that like me being there with the option of my platform viewing it makes the stakes a lot higher if somebody's going to fib or say inaccurate information, uh, as opposed to me just showing up as like a random person who only three people there recognize as seeing my video about Fox safety. Um, and I don't know if it's one of those things that I want people to be involved or not. You know what I mean? Is it like one of those things where you want to tell the internet and have people show up? But I feel, and Louis Rossman's done that with a lot of success, and it does bring it turns the volume up on the issue. But I also think that in some cases, especially if it's just like a suburb or something, you end up with all these people, and then they just see it as like a lot of noise from an influencer. They don't really see it as like a serious thing. They just see it as like, oh, these woke kids are at it again, and I kind of don't want that to be the case. Um, all right, reading some of the comments. My manager yesterday messaged me on Slack to inform me that a report from upper management showed that I had not used my tokens in Cursor or Copilot. That's amazing. You should just jailbreak it. You should use your tokens to jailbreak it. Yeah, I mean, that's just stupid. What's funny is I either hear about things like that happening, like you've not used Copilot, we're going to need you to get on it, or you've not used your AI. And then like the other half is people talking about a security nightmare that's happening at their office or at their company because somebody used AI. So it's maybe they just really maybe they're investing in another company that does uh, like security mitigation, and they're just going to hire themselves, and they want you to break it. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. And then like the open claw stuff is pretty terrifying. I mean, it's a good day to be if you're a professional security researcher who makes money from clients. I suppose OpenClaw is your best friend because they're probably going to be getting a lot of calls pretty soon. Um, Hello, this is a cool thing. I'm not a cool thing. Yep. And now somebody's calling me on Signal. It's gonna fucking go on forever. Anyway, so where was I with that? What was the other thing? Oh yeah, the other thing. I got an offer to play at this is funny because I got reminded of this by somebody saying, by Adam saying, "Hey, nice infrasound video." Thank you, by the way. It's kind of funny because I have so many messages about infrasound, about people wanting to do their own research and this, and I don't have the time to read them all. I mean, I literally have hundreds, and like messages or emails and stuff like that. And it's always funny because it's like when you wrap a project like that, you're so far out of the research. And this is one of the cases where I really wasn't, but I'm only a few weeks out of the research. But yeah, sometimes it's like with the hum, for example, it's like by the time that was wrapped and the video came out, I was already like doing the next video and in the research phase and then just editing that. But yeah, I need to, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna give it like a week and see if because a lot of times when you release a video and hundreds of thousands of people are watching it in a 24-hour period, everybody's really excited, but a lot of people kind of stop being excited after a few days. They just don't really care anymore. And so rather than going through all of them, I'll see what kind of follow-ups I get and stuff like that. Yeah. So speaking of infrasound, there's the Infrasound Festival, which has nothing to do. I mean, I guess it's named after like bass music, I guess initially, but it has nothing to do with actual sub 20 hertz sound. But it does have to do with music and electronic music, and it's a festival that I played. If you've ever seen my video, "The Absurdity of Performing Electronic Music Live," I think is the name of it. That is about me getting ready and performing at the Infrasound Festival like 5 years ago or something. Anyway, I got asked to perform there, and I'm kind of not that keen on performances, especially at music festivals. But the money wasn't terrible, and also I am just opening PAM now, and there's already an update. The money wasn't terrible, but the one thing that it does offer me is the opportunity to do something. I was thinking about doing something where like I have visuals on stage, and those visuals would then essentially. I think Massive Attack did something where they did like facial recognition, or they took images of people's faces or something. I was thinking about doing that, but like fully doxing the people in the audience, not where like it shows their information, but it shows that I have their information. Um, and yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. Like of doing like a real time sort of information open source intelligence thing that would kind of be integrated with the visuals. But the show's in May, and it's just one of those things where it's like, do I have the mental and physical capacity to add that to my plate right now? I really don't, but it would be a pretty cool thing. So I'm going to talk to the promoter, and I'm going to talk to someone I know that runs an OSINT company. Like they just have like an OSINT tool that maybe could see if I could get like a API access, but I guess that also depends on my internet. Yeah, there's a lot of things to figure out with that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. Uh, you're going to that festival. Well, they're okay. You could get doxxed there. Yeah, no. And then obviously the performance is important to me. I don't want to half-ass a performance, but at the same time, I'm not sure that I could just like bring a guitar and whip out a flashbulb set and prepare for it just for one show. Mostly because of my hands. I have really bad carpal tunnel, and like it's just playing the lawn wakes not something you could just do without months of working out. Yeah, and I just feel like I don't want to put myself through that, but I would probably bring like the Montage or a keyboard or something like that and still play instruments, but I'm not sure if I would be shredding. Yeah, and Touch Designer, I have Touch Designer. I think I have a license for it, and I've definitely played around with it a lot. There's such a learning curve with it, though, isn't there? I mean, I know there's Resulume, I don't know how you pronounce it. I've used that for shows before, and that one's a little bit easier. And I know that they now have the node-based thing, but yeah, Touch Designer seems like it would be the thing that would be able to access an API and then integrate it with visuals. But again, it's just one of those things where It's like I'm happy to hire someone to do it and help, and I probably will if I do this. But do I have the time to actually put my artistic time into it? And yeah. Anyway, um, do you think $600? No, I got it cheaper. I don't remember why. Maybe I have like a special license or an educational license, or maybe a license that can't stream in full 4K or something. I think I got it for cheaper than $600. Maybe I got it on sale, but yeah, I do remember being like $600. I ain't paying for that. And then being like, oh, this is a much more reasonable way to get a license. Maybe it was a Black Friday sale or something. I have no idea. Man, maybe it's student. I do have an edu address. I've never gone to college, but I have an edu address because I am a professional scam artist. Now, I bought one on Fiverr like 10 years ago, and I use it for things like that. And it still works, still up. I'm apparently I'm a student in Central California at some, I've been in college forever, man. I've been like 12 years in college now, maybe longer than that, maybe like 15 years. I don't even know. I think I've been studying like a lot of design, like industrial design and stuff like that, because I've bought like CAD licenses with it and stuff. And yeah, just this community college. I'm just addicted to it. I've been going forever. And my name is not Ben. Also, I'm not going to tell you my name because I feel like somebody is going to like look up that license and remove it. How are you able to manage time with YouTube channels and life? I'm not. That's the issue. Like every day, like I'm sleeping literally. I haven't slept more than 3 hours this week. Um, like I've slept 3 hours this week. Not I haven't slept more than 3 hours in one night this week, and I'm definitely feeling it. But yeah, no, I mean I'm not. I need to. I definitely need to like hire somebody on salary to kind of just help in general. But most of the people who are like the right fit don't live anywhere near Atlanta, and they really want to work remotely. And it's like, okay, but that's not actually helping me with the things that I need help with. And then everybody that I've sort of interviewed or talked to or considered for this, there's always like something missing where it's not a perfect fit. Like they just don't seem enthusiastic about it, or they may have other things going on in their life where they can't dedicate as much time, or the time would be very specific, and then I would be like scheduling my projects around their schedule, and that's like just I understand everybody has their own life, but that would put me in the same situation I'm in now. So yeah. Yeah, so I just live work basically. And it gets really it's funny because I often take my breaks are like when I find time to take a break, that's when I have to do farm chores. So it's really like I'm either like carrying shit around and filling up water and cleaning leaves, or I'm working. So uh yeah. My mom would help me for free if she could. Yeah, all I have to do is like explain all the camera stuff and show you how to use it all, and which would take as long as the actual task itself. But we're there. I need to put a new listing up for it. Um, anyway, all right. But yeah, and I also wonder like if I had a team, if I had a big team, would my content look different? Would it change? Is there something about me making it where I am so strung out that like I'm not being healthy, but that actually ends up showing how committed I am in the content itself? Like, because I feel like I can't really fake that, or like fake that level of enthusiasm and exhaustion. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Well, I've been asked to speak at Georgia Tech, and I was thinking like I don't want an intern, but I mean that I may run into people like who attend that who because a lot of people ask me if I need an intern, and I'm like, no, I need somebody I would pay a salary. Like I need somebody who would not work here for a month. I need somebody who would like be in it for the long haul. So speaking of expensive software licenses, I cringed at this a little bit, but maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. There's PAM, which it's from Map Audio. Maybe we'll see what it stands for. I just updated the license or updated the software while I was talking there. So let's see what's new from when I bought it, 12 hours ago. I haven't really played with it that much, and I kind of want to dive in a little bit slowly. Um, ooh, a sonification conference. That sounds like my thing. What's the pay to have somebody work here full time? I don't know. I think it would depend on experience. Like if it was somebody that had like legitimate experience with camera stuff and research, they would be able to get more done in less time. But one thing about it, and this is another big issue, is I've met really talented camera people who were like really aligned and stuff. But like I also need help with like carrying shit and building shit and shoveling shit and shoveling shit. I mean, I guess some shit shoveling does have to happen. But yeah, I mean, I generally need help with like the whole thing. Like because otherwise then I just have somebody working on my content while I do farm chores. So I kind of need an all around person to just sort of be like ultimately the goal would be somebody coming here in the morning while I'm doing something else. Maybe I'm in a meeting or something and they say, oh, this needs to get done and this needs to get done. And then just starts doing it. Like, what you would expect from people in a job, like they would sort of manage themselves. Yeah, kind of like a butler, right? Like, I mean, a personal assistant is kind of like a butler, but in this case, it would be a production assistant. Like, I don't need the person to pick up my dog's antibiotics as much as I need them to help organize gear for the next job or help organize the gear from the last project so I could get the new stuff set up and running. So, yeah. Oh, I do not want to be cloned. I would be a terrible person to work with for me. Like I would not be, it would be a constant power struggle or something. Well, I guess we could maximize that. You don't need to see this stuff over here. I could make my giant fat head a little bit smaller. There we go. Not so giant and fat now. Oh yeah, still too giant and fat. I can make a hologram me. That would be good. All right. I do have a robot on the way, by the way. I have a Unitree dog robot coming here for a potential future video project. Depends how long I have it around here, but it's yeah, and it's not a sponsored thing. I'm going to be as critical as I need to be. So let's take a file. I have I actually found a hard drive with a bunch of sounds on it, so I'm not constantly looking around. And Smoker's Real Light is a good one, full of loops. Let's go with some 80 BPM vinyl breaks. I know you can't see this, but I kind of like that high-end one. No bass drum. Ooh, yeah, okay, that one's good. Okay, so I'm going to make the session 80 BPM so it matches the samples that I'm bringing in. This is like, I don't know, this is almost like it's like a groove box style DAW, maybe is the best way I would describe it. It's pretty bizarre. Okay, so with this, oh yeah, last time I loaded this, it wasn't detecting any of my MIDI instruments. I hope that has changed. That has not changed. Bummer. Let's just try one last thing. Yep, Yamaha is connected. Okay, so we have no MIDI. But it shows MIDI output. Yeah, okay. So we can slice it and play it, which we have to set how we play it. I know this much. Although it needs to be triggered. Did I just add slices? Yes, I did. I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. So these are our slices. Yeah, I really wish MIDI worked on the standalone, but this is also a plugin, so hopefully we could use it. And I also wish that some of the keys had shortcuts, but so it seems like we have these sequencer things. And let's see if they do what I think they do. Yeah. It's like no way to not have it hit a snare on that last one. I'm actually confused now. Oh, I see what's happening. All right. I want to see my slices again. How do I see my slices again? Slices. There they are. Oh, I see. And then you select it by moving this around. Got it. Okay. So that's actually a slice that doesn't exist. That's how that's happening. We could double click it to add one. And maybe add one here. And it looks like it automatically finds it, which is nice. Finds the groove. So now... I could bring that BPM up. We could pitch it. We could stretch it. Oh, that's arpeggiator. I don't think we have any use for that. It does sound very clicky, though, doesn't it? Which is probably my fault, not the program's fault. Although I don't really know how to... Oh, yeah, sorry. I do know how. You select a slice like this, I think. Yeah, the breath is kind of bizarre, isn't it? Okay, here's another crazy thing that I was kind of blown away by. Oh, also we have... Oh, you know, I wonder if we could make these fade out super quickly. Not super quickly, but quickly. Oh, that doesn't help us. This kind of turned into a disaster. Oh, wow, okay, so we could... It, like, loves playing the same one over and over again. Like, something is odd. Although, okay, so another thing that we can do is... If I can figure out how... I know that there's a way to... Yes, we could do this. And in our sequence, I know that we could change the sequencer type. No, it's not there. It's on control. It's on mix. And I think we could do random sequence this way. All right. That's really loud. Yeah, so these are our effects, which it just kind of randomly put in. I'm going to figure it out. There's a surprise. There's a surprise here. I'm still so confused, though, with what's happening. Yeah, this is definitely new. I found out about it through Richard Devine, and I didn't really have any sort of take. Yeah, I don't know what I expected. Richard Devine making something crazy on software is not like a new... Oh, somehow it deleted that. Let's just start over. Yeah, Richard Devine making crazy sounds is not really like unexpected. So you never know, but it looked interesting enough. It looked like I mean, something that's kind of built from the ground up. That's really. I'm going to load up some samples. Yeah, it seems pretty innovative. So I'm going to load in a kick drum here. I have a snare somewhere. Not in the kick drum folder, Ben. Ugh. That's like a Dre snare, where it like takes up the entire audio spectrum. I like that one. Hopefully the kick isn't super abrasive, but we can kind of start over with some 4 on the floor. Yeah, that kick's kind of terrible. But we could change that, I'm sure. Okay, so now we can change the length of this. We could change, let's get a hi-hat thing going on. By the way, this isn't like a song that I'm making. I'm literally just trying out the software, so don't get too judgmental. I know how judgmental my community is when it comes to music. Joking. Okay, so our speed, we could go up to 2. And a length of 5. Now, we have some effects. So I can pan it a little bit. And then our effects here. Wonderful. Okay, so the sequencer, I really want to find this. Is it in the pattern? Effects? Pattern? There's a tracker hidden in here, is what I'm trying to show everyone. There's a lot going on here. It is pretty wild. Maybe it's up here? Up here? I will find it. I will find it without going to a help. Is it here? No, let's save the sequence. I'm gonna find this. Well, you could not sync it? What does that mean? Weird. I guess you could sync it. Not sure what sync even means. Oh, and we could also have like patterns. So like this is, actually I don't know. I suppose this is variation 0. That's bar sync. Okay, so we could save a variation, and then we could save a variation here. Just for shits and giggles to see if it works the way I think it does. And then if we wanted to come into this one, okay. All right, great. We're getting there. This, there's going to be a pop-up that will tell me what it does. It randomizes the samples. This randomizes MIDI patterns. Okay. That randomizes a bunch of things. That's nice. Kind of a poly-end play vibe there. But I will figure out how to get to the, maybe it's in the bottom, and I have it maximized, so I'm not seeing the bottom. No. We're going to get to the tracker mode and try that. This might be too big for this stream. Okay. Not like too cool for this stream. Too big. Randomized samples. I found it before. I verified that it's a thing. So I'm not crazy. I mean, I am, but I'm not sure if it's not that kind of crazy. Not the kind of crazy where I imagine modes that are extremely relevant to making music. Huh. You'd save them into a new group. Yeah. Yeah, I do like the idea. I would love to play with this. You know what I should have done is had this on a touchscreen monitor. I feel like that actually would have been cool. One thing I'm doing with a touchscreen monitor, I have a little system over here, a little small, it's like an Intel i5 or something, a little portable computer, and I'm running an interceptor on it, but I'm trying to get my Ford F-150 Lightning's screen. It is a big vertical screen. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is vertical. It has a big vertical screen, and I'm trying to get it to run that, but it's basically like an SDR that scans all the radio signals and interprets them. It's a pretty lofty project, and it's not for a YouTube video, believe it or not. Maybe it will be, but I feel like it's more of a short form thing. But anyway, so I've been into touchscreens in that regards, or at least into learning like how they communicate with each other. But yeah, this is like a touchscreen DAW for sure, which is exciting. Like, I mean, you know, what the fuck? Where the hell did that come from? Okay. Like this would play really well with my the Xbox fucking what's it called? The little Xbox, the Asus Xbox thing. Did you see what Bebo was making with that all-in-one guitar effects touchscreen running Bitwig? I did not. No, I didn't even get to say hello to the Poly Effects crew, the Bebo people, which was sad. I that was like the tragic thing about this, about the trip, was that I really, really wanted to check out. There was some stuff at NAMM that interested me that I didn't get to check out, but at the Buchla event, my God, I really, really wanted to do that. And one of the people who ran the event, I was sort of, they're like, oh, you check anything out? And I was like, no, I mean, you kind of can't. Like, you know, there's like the one place in the world where I'm like Tom Cruise, right? Like, it's like everybody knows me just because it's like a super insular community. And yeah, and also I'm doing research on them. So like we already, you know, there's already a mode to start talking. And so I can't really like go around and just play with things. And they were talking about, they mentioned, they're like, well, you know, what if you got here early tomorrow and like just had your own time with it? And it's like, okay, but I would then feel like I'm Michael Jackson or something. Like I just feel like I'm getting this like weird, awkward preferential treatment. But B, like, how do you go up to a booth and interact with something just as a musician when you have a YouTube channel? And this is like any YouTuber that has like probably over 50K subs. It's like, how do you do it without the company wanting you to, or expecting you to make content, or hoping you do, or like talking to you in a way that would, you know, like, so it kind of, I didn't want to like draw any false expectations or something, or because I know these are like small businesses that, I don't know, like, whatever. So next time I'll just break in and steal everything and play with it in my hotel, and then forget to return it, and then complain that I can't find the tracker mode. Maybe they removed it in the new update. I don't know, or maybe it's only available on the plugin, which I don't understand why that would be. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, no, never mind. Or we found it. No idea how we found it, but here it is. Look at that. That's a tracker, everybody. Can we zoom into the tracker? Okay, well. Huh. Properties. Okay, so we can't zoom in. Speaking of me being a senior citizen, ugh, I hate these glasses. I hate the way they look. They're just tiny and comfortable. I will put them on, and I will see a little marginally better. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is not really, I don't know what the third one is here. The retrigger. Yeah, this is very polyandish, isn't it? Not in a bad way. I'm not like criticizing them. I'm saying in a good way. I like, obviously the PC needs some stuff like that. I'm looking at seeing if I have any samples of like just bass or something. That's not some sort of sound. Okay, that's fine. So I could drop this in here. Huh. Let's view all the sequencers. Ah, we gotta press play. Oh, this is that weird piano that nobody ever asked for. Okay, whatever. I'll play with it. To view this sample. Yeah. I have no idea what's happening. I'm getting tired of this beat though, that's for sure. Let's try this again. Okay, in that mode. Okay, now, yeah, the route to getting to the tracker mode is a little confusing. I don't remember exactly how I did it either. I think I went to 1, and then I had the option of switching. I wish I could go back and look at my own stream to be like, how did I do that? Oh, is this a piano roll? No. Okay. So this behaves very tracker-like, in the sense of and then this stretches it. I can't believe I can't get back to that sequencing. Yeah, all right. Sure it's not in the sequence window, right? No. The control, wait. Yeah, okay, so if we go into control, and then go into here, and then go into here, yeah, they do need to make that a little bit easier. Okay, so now we can choose. Oh, and this yeah, so this is very much like the Polyon tracker. Should I just turn it all into a grain? Yeah, it's weird. I'll give it that. So, one complaint would be that I can't immediately control those same things here. I wish that I had all of those controls in this normal. Okay, so now we can right click the cutoff here and we can have it connect to an LFO or a separate sequencer. I think and this is what initially intrigued me. This looked really, really crazy. So now we can have this in our LFO1. that's just kind of a random LFO, I guess. Oh no! Wait. Whoa, 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 whoa! Why would that happen? Hold on. That's bad. Can I do an undo? Is that possible? Tell me that's possible. Okay, good. I don't know what is that. Just delete everything? Yeah, that's not good. That should never exist. Yeah, so I don't know if we're getting too far in comparison to like, now I'll just press a preset. We'll hear that. Try and get a nice delay bank here. Although, is there a master effects? There's a limiter. I guess that is main. Okay. Oh, I think we could just do this to go to the next preset. No, it always goes to door 913. Okay. Effervescence. Oh, I see. Huh. So what's happening? Like, yeah, this is a good exploration. What's going on with the pitch? what vary means. Maybe random? It's a nice way of saying random, maybe. Okay, I'm intrigued. Oh, these are our varies. Okay. It's like Suno, but not as dumb. Wow, that's nice. I want to cut everything by one. This is more or less what I was trying to do with that last one with the filter. Or the one previous to that. I mean, this, to be fair, this is like exactly why I bought this, for things like this. Wait a minute. It was that easy, huh? Yeah, that's wonderful. I love it. And now if we wanted to change all of the MIDI, yeah, it really is like a Luke Vibert tool. Let me find a 120 BPM drum loop. It's the whitest way to say that. Let me find a 120 BPM drum loop. Let's try Goldmine version 4. These are like all my old drum loops in this folder here on a backup drive. Some of them are absolutely terrible. I basically had this for ad work, like when I needed a quick drum loop and had, you know, a 2-hour turnaround on a job or something. Of course, you can't use any of these in an ad, because the ones that we're hearing now, because they are definitely copyrighted. Smoker's Delight. I bet House will have a 120 BPM drum loop. Nope. Duck and Pump. There we go. These are terrible. I don't think I ever used 99.99% of these. Don't we have any complete loops? Just some sort of like, got some duck. Oh, Disco Deluxe has a good one. I know that. Yeah. That's a very Luke Vibert drum loop, too. All right. So we're going to plop it right in there. Go nuts. Oh, I see what's happening. Maybe? Yeah. I'm getting a little confused by this area here. And this will play bar sync. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Let that bar sync in. All right. Yeah, all the Akai stuff will probably show up. I mean, I have a ton of those. Ooh, this is nice. What? Love it. It's only 4 samples. I'm trying to break down what's happening. It's not easy. So this is being controlled by... Well, here, let's solo some of these. Okay. So whether it goes through effects depends on... Nope. There's something going on here. Okay. I say okay like I know what's happening. And then... Wow. Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna need more time to figure out how to do anything like that, though. But not really acid, but yeah, it's like definitely something I would like play. I would make a sequence like that and then just like play piano over it. So. I'm also curious, I mean, I'm assuming you could trigger MIDI out with this stuff as well. Just a matter of setting it up, but... What? Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, this is like profound. Like, I would really love to see this on, I mean, in the perfect world, it would be on an Android tablet. But I realize that that's a mixed bag, so an iPad tablet will do. Yeah, I have no clue what's happening. And that's all one channel. Wow. That is very Apexy. Apex would be about this fast, though. Wow. So that's all amen. I didn't even realize that. I do believe you can record directly into this. However, just because in routing, I swear I saw some input routing at some point. Maybe not. Maybe I'm nuts. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe you have to hook it up to a DAW. Yeah, I saw the global looper, and I'm not even like, yeah, I guess you would do it here. But I don't know how to. I'm also using like, this doesn't have ACO. I mean, the plugin does, but this doesn't. So I'm using like Windows low latency mode. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how the looper works. That makes sense. No idea. I see now. Okay. It is a little wonky because, again, I don't have ACO, so the latency is a little bit longer than I would want. We got the dev here. It's always a matter of time. How's it going? Interesting plugin here. I dig it. Yeah, I mean, for live performances, this would be a lot of fun. I really, really want to try it on the Xbox Raj. I mean, obviously, things like this aren't going to be that easy because that screen really is tiny for things like this. But, I mean, yeah, for like these larger modes, it would be brilliant. I feel like that's not what that patch is supposed to sound like. Oh, I think they're all kind of sounding the same at this point. Let's see. Maybe I have some. Yeah, okay. We're glitched. Oh, it's still playing the loop. That's why. Derp. Okay, let's get rid of that. Okay, so that's interesting because I guess then you could like go between different patches and. I love the sound design stuff, honestly. Those are my favorite things, like the super textural weird that are somehow only using one channel. There is a demo, right? Just so anybody knows, if you want to download a demo of this, there is a demo. It's 20 days, I think. I actually didn't realize that until after I bought it, but I probably would have bought it anyway. So I'm not salty about it, but yeah, there is a demo. It's just not the most obvious thing when you first go on the website. Oh, 7 days. Okay. I feel like 7 days is fair to figure out if you're going to be using this. I feel like this is what I want to be trying to accomplish. I want to see how those are working, because I feel like that's really the unique thing that this has beyond everything else. That's pretty crazy. Let's see if I just have like a piano sound. I always look for a piano. I need to just have a piano wave file on my desktop. This is like a Herbie Hancock. E. These are all terrible. 90. Nope. Those don't even have files. You know what? Let's one shots, keyboards. There we go. I like that. Let's try that. Okay, so there's multiple things being triggered. It's poly. There we go. All right. And so this can so if this goes all the way to 0. Nice. Oops. I always think that's closing this window, but... Not very in tune. Maybe if we put some crushers on it, it'll make more tuning sense. Now the ultimate test is to see if we can chop a break. What kind of loops we got? Actually, how would this work at 130? Just fine. Ooh. Oh, these are great loops. What is this, like a PTC drum machine? Wow. Never even heard these before. Yeah, this one's the winner. Really is like being on hold with Walgreens when you're waiting to figure out if they could prescribe your ADHD medicine. Not that I would know what that's like. I have no idea. Never experienced that every fucking week. It is a time loop. It is. Let's go back to this really quickly and see if we could find a drum machine that... What? I mean, I'm willing to go down to 100 BPM to see what that sounds like. Woo! What happened there? Where'd it go? Oh, we have something else cutting now? I am creating like the most boring thing that one can create on this software. but now I feel like I'm at least getting it. I don't get the tracker yet, but I'm at least getting it. Let me try this software. I'm loading that software in this software. It's going to be a little bit of a headache, I think, just because plugins in a plugin are kind of a headache all the time. I'm loading Multiphonics on accident. No way, not that boring software. I'm joking. It's just... All right, just to see how this loads. Actually, let's load one of those junglist things. Whoa! All right, we're gonna need to not have that happen. Yeah, so it's gonna sync with the BPM, so that might be a little bit difficult to work as flawlessly. I'm scared that it's gonna peak again. Nice, there we go. For a second I thought maybe I didn't have stereo. The vendor that makes this plugin is Map Audio. They are in the chat right now. They're right here. No way. Did I blame the software for not detecting my MIDI when my MIDI is not detectable? Well, that's annoying. Come on, Yamaha. What's going on here? Unplug. Replug. This is the type of thing that only happens when I'm about to perform, not here on in the studio. Ooh, I see now. Go. Let's see. Now? Does it work now? Great. Well, it's another thing to troubleshoot when this is over. Put it on the list of 50 things. In the meantime, we will just program this like a boss. I keep telling Venus Theory to learn how to use Linux because he kind of knows nothing about Linux, which is fine. I'm not shitting on him, but that's a good thing in the sense of having a YouTube channel that teaches people how to do things. You could go with him while he learns it to make music in Linux, of course, not to become like a developer or something. I forgot that I even had this installed. I'm going to take a break from this for a second. Oop, I meant 2 bars. Sorry. I mean, it's a good template for like what I would want out of my drums. In which this case would be, I feel like UVI's plugins are loading so slow lately. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like they updated something where it's just kind of insufferable now. Like I don't want to use them anymore. Yeah, like now it's already like, okay, now we're at contact. Omnisphere 3. This is how I measure length of opening. Yeah, dude, this is for workstation. Come on. Oh yeah. Well, sorry for I misread the message. For Linux, honestly, Bitwig I think is like the most innovative DAW for Linux. I mean I did a video where I tried to do free DAWs, and even Ardor in Windows was a little rough around the edges for me. But in Linux you wouldn't have to deal with the ACO thing. Reaper's okay. I like Reaper's just not. I like Reaper. Like I like it. It's great. It's very functional. It does its job. It doesn't. It's never inspired me very much. Like I just don't enjoy using it the same way I enjoy FL Studio or Bitwig, which maybe dude UVI, come the fuck on. What is happening? Like this is just for workstation. Yeah, this is frustrating because like you would say it's a DAW thing, like, oh, it just doesn't work well with the FL Studio, but like it's the same company, they own it. The FL or ImageLine owns UVI. Like, so this should be something, and they sell them in a bundle. So this should be something that is like running very efficiently. There we go. Yeah, see, I was like, oh no, it crashed. Well, see, now I don't want to fucking use it. I don't want to open that again. Like, I don't ever want to deal with that again. Like, it sucks. I own tons of stuff from this, but like, Jesus Christ, if it's gonna take that long to open, then like, it's on. I mean, that took what? But you go back in the stream and time it, but that probably took like 2.5 minutes for drums. It's like, all right, starting over. My main concern with switching over to Linux is VSTs. I assume they work with Wine or something, but I haven't looked into it yet. Yeah, I mean that part sucks, but like also there's let me show you a screen visual. Less is more. Like less is absolutely more. Like it is so hard to get shit done when you have 791 generators and how many effects? I don't even want to know. 1,244 effects. Like I'm not using all those. I'm using like 3 of those things. And they do have Surge. all the Surge stuff is available for Linux, I believe. So that's good. I typically only use Linux for like security related things, so I'm not really touching it that often. But this situation, like I'm gonna see if that was a one-off thing. I don't want to be unfair if maybe it was just like it had to deal with some licensing shit or something. But how long will it take to open a second time? It might be better the second time. Yeah, that was better. It was still not good, but it was better. I'm reading the comments. Yeah. You know who else has a ton of plugins? Like a ton? Rick Beato. It's not a joke. I was literally hanging out with him yesterday, and he was, we were talking about plugins, and I think we both have probably an equal amount of plugins. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have the MIDI things not working with Yamaha. Yeah, that was a nice sequence. What is with the panning and the effects? It's so funny. On all the UVI libraries, you have to like just turn them off immediately because it drives me absolutely crazy. Not to bitch about UVI so much, but this I've complained about plenty of times. Like their use of effects is just wild to me. All right, can we get a kit that has no effects on it? One that isn't panned like a person who just discovered the pan knob for the first time. I don't even know where the panning is. Just make mouth noises. No, it's all here. Yeah, what is panned all the way over here? My reverbs are way off the screen. I like this better. Wonder if we can find a fun loop in C. I bet we can. I bet we can with the... I don't think I would do this for like my... Oh god, we have these too. It's like the poor man, or maybe better said, when your mom says that you already have an amen at home. God, there's so many to choose from. I want something with a lot going on in the background. Ooh, this actually might hit the spot. Because we could match the 303 with that tone, which would be pretty sounding. What are we at here? That would be 2 bars. 4 bars. Whoa, it works. sworn this had swing somewhere. And then also another thing we should do is remove this from, basically make this so our pattern is playing with this. That way we don't lose our pattern. And that way we could change patterns. The drums do sound loose, don't they? Like the break. I need to make this so it doesn't automatically play. Sync mode. MIDI trigger, okay. This way it'll. God, yeah, it's so funny to go back to this Ace kit, and you're just like, ugh. What is with, oh my God, now it's panned over here. Let's see how they match up now. Let's save that. I'm going to call it leaf blower. All right. I mean, the defaults just surge at this point, especially if I don't have a keyboard to play right now. I mean, I do. I have a bunch, but this one's not working right now, so we're just not going to play one. make things a little bit differently. Let's actually use more than one pattern for once. Like a mad dog over here. I'm going to load like a little arpeggiator just so I could hear a new sequence with it without having to program one in, just so I could see how that idea sounds to me. Sequences. Maybe I'll just do it this way. We want to have it like on the offs of the 303, and then we could side chain them together. Yeah, so. Sounds a little bit like popcorn. That's not what I'm intending to do. It's hard to find that right sound. Sounds a little too cheesy, but a little better. It sounds almost like it's tuned too high, doesn't it? That's better. That slaps. Let's see. I know that peaked. My other mics don't do that. It's only this damn Shure podcast mic. It ain't great. It peaks pretty easy. But it sounds really good when I have dumb interviews. I say dumb. They're not all dumb. But generally, this is like from on a podcast or on the news or something. This microphone seems to do the trick as long as I have a lot of windscreen going on. Otherwise, it's a plosive factory. I guess we'll just load another Surge because, why not? Damn it, I forgot I don't have a keyboard. I really need to play something. I'll just play something on the little virtual one. Yeah, it has a 7-day demo. Give the demo a try. You might like it. I have keyboards over this. Yamaha for some reason is not being connected to my computer right now. It's being a jerk. So it's probably the USB hub. That's probably what the issue is. I have a lot of weird things plugged in right now. So. Give this the old, I don't know, black hole immersive treatment. I kind of want this to be like on a little vinyl. These are in channels. What plugin am I thinking of right now? Should be in vendors. Unfiltered, that's the one. Unfiltered needlepoint. Nice. Yeah, and then this bass could change. If I can find it, so then. Yeah, I think that's why I wanted a bass sequence to start off, just because, where might I find one of those? And oh, we're almost out of time. Where might I find one of those? Oh, I love that hiss. I should just stream hiss. I feel like I should, well, no, it would be boring. I was gonna say, I feel like I should stream me unboxing a Unitree dog robot, but it literally would be me lifting a heavy thing and then plugging it in and then reading, and that would really be the most exciting fucking thing ever, wouldn't it? Yeah, I would need more lawyers for me to make a live stream of making LSD. But now that we are in a period of time where most of the weird fucking things I've done in my life that would be breaking the law have long passed the, this is kind of a bass sequence for me to test this. Now that a lot of things that I've done in my life have passed the statute of limitations of prosecuting me for them, I can tell you that I have indeed been in a room while LSD was not being made, but being liquefied from crystals. And it's impossible to wear enough safety gear to not feel the effects of it. Yeah, so I've never like made LSD, but the way that LSD gets shipped around, it typically gets. I mean, I'm not. It's not like the DEA doesn't know this. At the time, and this is like 15 years ago, maybe. A lot of LSD was coming in through San Francisco from the Netherlands in jewelry, and they were like, it would literally be like cheap crystals of jewelry that would be like something you would see on Etsy or something like that. But in particular ones, you could actually, through a chemical process, you could turn the rock into liquid, and then that would be your liquid acid that you would sell or dose blotters with. Just gonna listen to that hiss for the rest of the night. I am, let's see, a lot of LSD things here. Someone from my old school, I was like, I thought you meant like someone from my old school, like crew. Somebody from my old school spilled a bottle of LSD over his arm at a festival and was getting checked by P. Or story going around in school back then. No, I know somebody who did that. I know someone who spilled LSD all over the ground. It was a drug dealer in Seattle who spilled LSD all. I was literally there. And I was playing a show, and this is like, it's just a person's house that I was at, and he spilled a vial of LSD on the floor, and he had this like sort of warehouse, and it sort of went all over the concrete, and it was valuable, right? So he didn't have any napkins, and so he started he started he got saltine crackers and put saltine crackers all over with this LSD, and hoping that it would absorb it. And then I guess in his mind, his way of then taking it and salvaging it would be like taking little cracker crumbs, which is actually kind of clever. Like if you're, it's like you're not going to be eating the. I mean, you could eat the paper towel, but yeah, it's like, okay, we got crackers. This is a way to get some of this acid. And he lived in like kind of like an industrial warehouse space, and yeah, and I guess a few days after that, the like most of the cracker was gone. Like a mouse had eaten it, and like that mouse had a fucked up. But yeah, he got it all over his hands and stuff when that happened and tripped. I mean, when I was in high school, I used to try. I basically was trying to get like the effects of DMT through LSD or something. Like I was trying to like take as so much that I just broke through, and you can't really do that, and it just stops working after a certain point. Like I could, if I had like if this water bottle was filled with LSD and I drank the whole thing, I probably would have the same LSD, like expected effects of LSD, as if I took maybe 7 hits or something. This is just me talking out my ass. Like this is what I would assume from having taken copious amounts of acid in the past. That it would just be like, yeah, I don't know, between 5 and 10 hits would be like the max dose that I would feel anything. However, I'm sure there are many effects from drinking a water bottle full of LSD that are unintended, like, anything from diarrhea to vomiting to, there's probably a lot of things that it would do to me that I wouldn't want. But yeah, that mouse. But also, I think that like if you gave, I don't know. I've never read. I know the CIA dosed elephants with LSD at one point for some fucking reason. Just like because America, I guess that's what you do. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I can't imagine like even with like one of my dogs or something. I feel like if I gave them acid, they wouldn't be like, I think they would just probably feel sick. I feel like that's, one thing that's always given me, like, there's very few things that'll make me lose my temper where I actually like almost get violent. And one of those things is obviously somebody picking on an animal, which I think also like Tony Soprano and a lot of sociopaths do that. So maybe that could be the case. Maybe I'm just a psychopath. Um, like it's the only thing I have empathy for in this world. No, but like, yeah, like if somebody's like hitting an animal or mistreating an animal, it's like I can't really restrain myself. And I don't like fucking, but I will get involved and I will be like, you're stopping or I'm stopping you. And which is funny because I feel like I maybe am more protective of animals than I am of people, but I am also very protective of people. If anybody who's been like a member of this Patreon for a long time, you could probably think of some circumstances where I've like defended someone like Cameron or Jeremy because like I can take the shit all day. People could tell me to kill myself, do it. I don't give a shit. But like once they start attacking Venus Theory or one of my friends or something, then then I get all I get all involved and get all shitty on the internet. But yeah, anyway. So what I'm trying to say is that Venus Theory is an animal. No, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. One thing that has almost gotten me like jumped at a party before is like people giving dogs beer and giving dogs like weed and shit like that. Like people are just like, come on, boy, and just have them slurp up a bunch of a half can of beer or something like that. Like that's just like, dude, that dog's fucking 20 pounds. Like so you're giving it a keg of beer right now. B, when the dog feels fucked up from beer, it doesn't like lose its inhibitions a little bit and laugh at football jokes more. Like, no, the dog's sick. Like, it's dizzy. It doesn't feel good. Like, it's terrible. It's like giving a little kid alcohol. Like, they're not liking it. I don't know. That shit always drove me absolutely crazy. Um, like just people who like don't think more about that or who just anthropomorphize their pets so much that they'll actually give their pets intoxicants. Uh, like, what are you doing? Like, that's so cruel. Like one of the worst things in the world that you could do to a human, to like a friend, it would be like dose them with acid if they didn't want it, right? If you just like put acid in their soda or something, or but maybe like it said try a shot of this whiskey and then actually gave them Everclear so they got more drunk or roofied them or whatever the fuck. Like if somebody doesn't want to get intoxicated, then like it is enormously cruel to then like make the next 8 hours of their life a living hell that they don't want to be in. I don't know. So when people do that, so the innocent thing of just like pouring some beer in the dog bowl. Also, I don't remember when I read about this, but it's kind of interesting. When apparently, if a dog drinks alcohol and gets intoxicated, or if it feels the effects of alcohol, them coming like just from the difference in their chemistry, when a dog comes down off the alcohol, like the hangover and afterwards, they have the same symptoms that alcoholic has, like shaking and like craving and like all that sort of stuff. Like it's actually really, really bad. I didn't even know that until, probably like 5 or 10 years ago. I was just reading about dog medicine or something, and yeah, dogs actually react to alcohol the same way that somebody that has severe alcoholism who hasn't stopped drinking in 10 years or something would feel. But I'm not going to be able to find a citation for you because I've not seen that information in a very long time. But I do remember reading about that and being like, wow, that's actually really depressing to imagine that people are right now, some asshole, probably in Georgia, like probably in my state right now, some asshole's feeding his dog beer and then going to blow off a bunch of fireworks or something. Bring him here. Have him live on my property. I even got robot ones now. Anyway, I am tired, so I'm going to go finish my chores today, my many tasks. I will be back next week for another stream. I'm going to I hope I get some time to make some acid for some selections. Figuring out what the next video project's going to be. Don't know if I'm going to play the show at the festival in Minnesota, the Infrasound Festival. That'd be cool though, if some people in my community were able to go, or if I were able to get affordable passes or guest passes. That'd be even cooler if I were able to mix in some sort of PR statement about security with, putting flock cameras on the stage or something like that. But again, no idea if I'm going to do that. And then finally, I don't know, but I will figure out and I will announce if I am going to go to the Dunwoody, Georgia Flock Safety City Hall meeting to, I guess, be there in person to give some counterpoints to flock safety's messaging when they're trying to get the city to keep their contract. And by counterpoints, I mean like in a Bach fugue. Like I'm going to be like, all right, keep talking. And then I'm going to talk like, 5 to 7 semitones higher and with a slightly different sequence. It's going to be great. I was just in Los Angeles, but I would, I do like Los Angeles, but I was just there. I was just there for like a week. It was great. I love it. I like Los Angeles. I would like to go back soon. I don't know when that will be though, because it's a lot. But I think I'll be in New York sometime soon, like in the next month, probably. It depends. I was going to go to New York in like exactly a month from now. It's maybe 3 weeks to a month now. I was going to be in New York for a week, and then also DC. But with the government shutdown, it's like, all the meetings that you have with anybody in government gets plopped. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, okay. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and enjoy yourselves and be safe and all that stuff. And I will see you in a week. All right. Bye. I forgot how to go away. There we go. Now I know how to go away.